I first came to New Hope when I was 3.5 after my dad died. Last year I came in and asked if I could start volunteering.
The main purpose for our grief support program is for children who've experienced loss by death of a loved one, is for them to be able to come together with other children who are also walking that same grief journey.
Everyone else here has had someone in their family die or a friend. It's nice to know that you don't have to pretend like it didn't happen when you're here.
A child's life, though different now that the death has happened, does not have to be devastated because the death has happened.
At school, I didn't really talk about it. My grief was something I held in until I got here. The kids here understood what I was going through, and they understood the grief of having a loved one die. So it was a lot easier to be here where I knew someone understood what I was going through.
Grief, the journey, you kind of find yourselves on highways and detours, and you look up sometimes and realize, I know I was driving the car, but how did I end up at this destination because I thought I was going this way.
Painting was one of my favorite activities just because it was a way for me to express what I was thinking about. I was so young that I couldn't write, so painting was a way to get out what I was feeling.
Grief it's an up and down journey. So here they can kind of allow their movement to help support them in their grief as well. They have the opportunity to explore and to search out and seek out what they need.
I really like going into the hurricane room with the kids because you can see that they have a lot of anger, but they are getting it out productively and without hurting other people.
Anger is real. The kids want their parents back. They want life to be normal, what their old normal was.
Going through the grief myself definitely helps relate better to the kids because when they say something, you can legitimately say, I understand, but it gets better, and you can say that from personal experience.
Whether they came here once or whether they came here 100 times, if they're old enough to remember, in a moment where they feel low or in a moment where they feel like they can't keep walking the journey, they can look back on New Hope. They can either see my face or they can see the faces of the grief facilitators, and hopefully it'll give them enough fuel to just keep going.
The program does work, and it's great to see that. When I look back, I'm going to think of the individual people here. Each person can definitely change the way people view death and grief.